What if your cat slipped through a crack in the living room wall and dropped straight into the Jurassic? Could he survive a single day in a world built for giants? It starts with a crack behind the bookshelf. Warm air leaks out of it, green, damp, ancient, and he does what every cat does. He has to look, one paw in, then the whole cat is gone. When the world comes back, the couch is gone, the apartment is gone. He's standing chest deep in wet fern, under a sky that is far too big, and the air is all wrong. Thick, hot, heavy, loaded with smells that have no name. His pupils blow wide, his ears swivel like radar. Without taking a single real step, he has just fallen 150 million years into the wrong world. So, who exactly did the Jurassic just get? This one's actually my cat. His name is DePau, Big Cannon, which is ironic because DePau is a coward. He runs from the vacuum, and he's never caught anything bigger than a bottle cap. He's almost solid white, except for the black over his head and ears, and one round black spot on his back. And right now, he is the smallest living thing in a world built entirely for giants. And the ground has started to shake. Boom! Boom! Each one closer. A leg as wide as a tree trunk swings down 10 feet from his face. He looks up, and up, and up. It's a long-necked giant, a sauropod, one of the largest animals that has ever walked the earth. Tens of tons of it. And it doesn't even know he exists. That's rule number one down here. DePau isn't a predator in this world. He isn't even prey. He is too small to matter. A foot the size of a car comes down, and the print it leaves in the mud could hold his entire body. He bolts, belly low to the ground. He skids under a fern and locks up. And a fern is about the best cover he's going to get, because in the Jurassic there is no grass. None. It hasn't evolved yet. The whole world is ferns, cycads, and conifers, so there are no grassy fields to vanish into. Bad news for a bright white cat. So he does the other thing cats do. When the world is too big, the body goes rigid, the breathing drops to nothing, and you become a stone. It isn't bravery, it's the only move he has. And it's exactly the right one, because something small just noticed the movement. They flicker out of the cycads, small, fast, each one about his size. Compsognathus, one of the smallest dinosaurs that ever lived, no bigger than a chicken, and almost nothing else in this entire world is his size, which is exactly why these are the ones that aren't afraid of him. They hunt in groups, and one darts in. DePau does the only thing he knows how to do. He puffs up to twice his size, turns sideways, and screams that awful, ugly cat scream, and throws a claw. It rakes the first hunter clean across the snout, and it shrieks back, but more are pouring in. 3, 4. On open ground, with numbers like this, he cannot win. So he goes the one direction nothing here expects. Straight up. A house cat can launch 5 to 6 times his own height in a single jump, and he spends every drop of it. Up the trunk, claws sinking into soft bark, scrabbling higher than the little hunters can climb. They circle the base, snapping at the air. He keeps going, and for the first time all day, DePau is safe for about 30 seconds. Because in this world, the danger doesn't only come from below. A shadow slides across the canopy, leathery wings, a long beak packed with needled teeth, a pterosaur, a flying reptile, because up here the skies still belong to reptiles, not birds, and a white cat on dark bark might as well be glowing. It spots him instantly and folds into a dive. There's no blending out of this one, so DePau does the only thing left. He throws himself into a black hollow where the branch splits, jams his white body deep into the shadow, and goes absolutely still. The beak stabs into the gap, once, twice, and clacks shut on bark an inch from his nose. It can't fit. It screeches, wheels away for another angle. But he's already pouring down the dark side of the trunk, gone into the undergrowth before it can turn around. By midday, the heat is brutal, and a cat that doesn't drink doesn't last long out here. He follows the trickle of water to a slow, brown stream, but every animal in this valley knows where the water is. Half sunk at the bank, eyes just breaking the surface, something long and armored is waiting, a crocodile relative, a lineage older than the dinosaurs, holding perfectly, patiently still. DePau's whiskers catch the wrongness in the air a half second before his eyes do. He drinks fast, 3 quick laps, and skips back the instant the water bulges. Jaws clap shut on empty mud where his head just was. He's already 3 feet away, fur on end. And then the whole forest goes silent, Even the insects stop. That kind of silence has only one meaning. He steps into the clearing. Allosaurus, the apex predator of this entire world, 30 feet of teeth and muscle. The T-Rex of its day, except the real T. Rex won't exist for another 80 million years. That's a whole other era away. Right now, this is the deadliest thing alive, and it's locked onto a limping plant eater nearby. And Da Pao is caught right out in the open. A white shape on bare ground, the most obvious target for miles. Frozen. One twitch and he's noticed. The Allosaurus charges its real target. The ground heaves like an earthquake. A startled Stegosaurus swings its spike tail, the Thagomizer, and 4 bony spikes whistle past, inches over his spine. And this is the exact moment being tiny stops being a weakness. He runs. Not away, but toward the rocks, toward a black crack in a boulder no wider than his own skull. His whiskers measure it in the dark before he commits, because that's what whiskers are for. If the whiskers fit, the cat fits. He pours inside. A heartbeat later, the Allosaurus's eye fills the gap. Huge, yellow, ancient, and a snout shoves hard against the stone and can't reach. He's built to kill enormous things. He has no answer at all for something this small in a hole this tight. He snorts once, hot air blasting through the crack, and moves on. Inside the cold rock, Da Pao's heart slams against his ribs. He's scratched, starving, shaking, but he's alive. And the giants have lost him completely. Then the light goes gold, the air finally cools, and something in Da Pao shifts, because dusk belongs to cats. His night vision needs a fraction of the light these giants do. While their day-built eyes start to fail, his switch on. His paws make no sound. The Jurassic that hunted him from every direction all day suddenly can't find him at all. And he moves like he was made for this. Low, silent, sure-footed, back through the ferns, back toward the place where the world tore open. And there it is, a faint shimmer in the dark, and through it, impossibly, the smell of his own living room. He doesn't hesitate this time. As something heavy comes crashing through the brush behind him, Da Pao gathers up every last thing he has and jumps, and he's on the couch. Same cushion, heart going like a drum, one ear nicked, a burr stuck in his white fur, prehistoric mud on his paws. He made it, one sunrise to one sunset, in a world that wanted him dead. And the smallest, whitest, most cowardly thing in the entire Jurassic walked out alive, because he was small, because he was careful, because he was a cat. So could your cat survive a day in the Jurassic? Da Pao did, barely.